Damn. Once again, we got another terrible show tonight on Smackdown, man. Man, do I got many stuff to say tonight. Leading up the Clash of Castle. My topic tonight's called Lazy in Louisville is Clash at the Castle 2024 gonna be is Clash at the Castle going to be a terrible event? So much to say. But before I open up the show tonight, I'm gonna open up the show with a little something. Let's see I'm gonna open up the show with the song "Time After Time" by Cyndi Lauper, one hit single from 1984. So all of you stick around. I'll be right back. So hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Man, who does Piper Niven, does Chelsea Green and Piper Niven think they are? Who? Is who they think they are? AJ Styles, you're gonna get yours, man. Man, you're gonna get yours for what you did to Cody, pulling everyone. Yeah, he really pulled everyone as it was last week, didn't he? He really pulled the wool over everybody's ass last Friday, didn't he? Cody Rhodes. AJ Styles. Yeah, everyone fooled. Yeah, way to go, AJ. You bought hook, line, and sinker. There's a whole people. I said to myself, there's a whole people in the locker room want to kick his ass, fooling the fans and everyone else. What a terrible show we got in Louisville, Kentucky. Time after time, if you know that I can't get right with it. Time after time, if you love and you don't get it right with it. Time after time, if you fall on catch, yeah, time after time. I know. Terrible show tonight in the blue green state, in the blue green. What's the wait? Kentucky. Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky's called the Bluegrass State. That's right, the Bluegrass State. Time after time. Man, I grew up on Cyndi Lauper.
You know, she really dominated in the WWE when it's called the World Wrestling Federation. The Rock and Wrestling era when she became tag team partners with Randy Richter. You know, she really did. She became tag team partners with Randy Richter. Tag team Fabulous Moolah. WWE had good things in the 80s. I didn't even grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. I know a lot of you that grew up on the 80s grew up on Cyndi Lauper. She really came a household name in 83. The number one hit single, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Captain Lou Albino was like the father to her. She was in that music video. Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Yeah. Time after time, see how a terrible show this was. Well, welcome to all of you to my little show, my little topic, my little show tonight, my little Smackdown review show. Name of my topic is called Lazy Louisville. Is Clash of the Castle 2024 going to turn out to be a terrible event? And as the late Chad Henshaw says to me, I used to dress like Chubby Checker, sing like Lionel Richie, dance like James Brown, and I always like to get in the hot tub. Gonna make me sweat, gonna make me dry, gonna make me wet. Ow! Catchphrase a little from Eddie Murphy when he did the impression of James Brown. The Saturday Night Live skit when he's singing it again in the hot tub. I wasn't even born yet. I saw a lot of clips of Eddie Murphy being on Saturday Night doing as James Brown. So let's get down to business with tonight show tonight. With tonight this terrible show in Louisville. Man, Triple H, you're not doing a really good job tonight. Once Mr. Mann's found guilty, you might want to bring back Stephanie McMahon. You'll do everything. You'll do everything you and Emmanuel tell you to do. Let's see. Okay. Okay, SmackDown kicks off with clips of last week's show. We see AJ Styles cutting his promo and attacking Cody Rhodes where he fooled everyone else. Live at the arena, we see an angry Cody Rhodes live in the parking lot. In the arena, out come the Bloodline for the Bloodline anointment. Crap. Nobody wants to see that shit. The Bloodline and Paul Heyman stand in the ring with loud boos from the crowd. Heyman introduces himself and says that he must He must set the record straight. He says until Roman Reigns comes back, Solo hits at the head of the table a loud "We Rock Roman" chant from the crowd. Give me a break. Heyman says that tonight Solo has declared this a double proclamation. He points to Tama Tonga, and already anointed by Solo as a fully fledged member of the bloodline. But this moment forward, he will no longer be known as Tama Tonga. He'll be known as Tama Tonga, the right hand man. Heyman says that reluctantly. He points to Tonga Leola and the fans begin chant "We want Roman." Heyman says from this moment on, the story of the bloodline will never be complete if you don't include that a fully fledged member of the bloodline stands before us right now in the form of the infamous Tonga Leola. Heyman says thank you and good night, but Solo cuts him off. Solo asks Heyman, is he forgetting something? And that he is to thank them for saving him last week. Heyman looks scared and thanks Leola and Tonga. Leola and Tonga. Tama Tonga says they could have let Kevin Owens kill Heyman, but they saved him by orders of the tribal chief. Heyman says he got here early to do what a wise man does, doing wise man things. And all he has been hearing is that Kevin Owens is looking for a piece of any member of the bloodline. Kevin's music hits and out he runs to the ring. He tackles Tama down in a fight all three men, but numbers get to Owens. Outrun the Street Profits to the ring and they help Owens. He grabs a steel chair and hits the bloodline with it, and the bloodline fall to the outside and leap to the back. I get this from WrestleReview.com. He says a good start to SmackDown. Good that they didn't drag on for too long. They have kept the bloodline segments short since Heyman left with Paul Heyman doing all the talking. Interesting to have the Street Profits there without Bubba Lashley too. I disagree. This was terrible. Completely terrible show tonight. See, Paul Heyman's walking scared backstage and Solo stops him. Tells Heyman that he better make it a 6-man tag tonight. And if he does not get the job done, the main event will happen in their locker room. And it will be Paul Heyman against Tama Tonga. We cut to the ring and out come Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair for their match. It's time for, women's tag team match. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Ding ding. Bell rings were underway. Alba Fire and Asla Dawn are ringside. And out come Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Candice with a right hand, but Bianca with a back elbow. Spear into the corner by Bianca, followed by a vertical suplex. Bianca with a running moonsault. She goes for the cover, but LeRae kicks out. Indy is tagged in, and they double team Bianca. Back from commercial, LeRae with a half crab onto Bianca, but Bianca kicks her away. A backbreaker by Bianca. Indy is tagged in, and Bianca goes for the tag, but Indy stops on Bianca. She lifts Bianca up, but Bianca lands on her feet, and Jade is tagged in. Jade with clotheslines onto Indy and a backbreaker onto LeRae. A snap suplex onto Indy followed by a splash in the corner. A gorilla press by Jade on LeRae. A super kick onto Indy. She goes for the cover, but LeRae breaks it up. In comes Bianca and she throws LeRae to the outside. Jade and Bianca double team with a double team DDT backdrop onto Indy. Jade goes for a cover and gets the pin. Winner Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. They celebrate the match after match, but Fire and Dawn Baszler and Stark attack them both. Bianca is thrown to the barricade by Fire and Dawn, while Baszler throws Jade into the barricade. Both teams stand in the ring and begin to fight. Jade and Belair get back in the ring and take out both teams. We cut backstage to Cody Rhodes pacing in, and comes Nick Aldis. He tells Cody he knows how he feels he got played by AJ too. He tells him it's not in the company's best interest for them to be fighting in the loading dock. Someone could get seriously hurt. Someone could get seriously hurt. Yeah, Nick Aldis' English accent. Cody says it won't be him. All the respect in the world. Nick has to step outside. It's between him and AJ Styles. Nick walks away and Cody keeps pacing. Get this from WrestleReview.com. A decent tag team match. Jade Cargill looked better out there with the minimal moves she had to do. Bianca is carrying the team the ring as Cargill gets better. They're putting effort into the women's tag team titles, which is a good thing. Disagree, the women's division is getting a little crappy. Sheriff Shriver is backstage with Apollo Crews. He tells her that tonight Angel Garza is going to and is talking. And he is talking. Legado del Fantasma. Attacking. In comes Nick Aldis, and behind is LA Knight. He asks Aldis where Logan Paul is, and Aldis says he isn't there tonight. He shows LA Knight a picture of what Logan Paul is doing, and Logan is playing Tetris. LA Knight goes off about how beating up LA Knight, and in comes Carmelo Hayes. He says he's been cooking LA Knight for the last few weeks. LA Knight tells Nick Aldis he wants a match with Carmelo Hayes tonight. Aldis makes the match. Now we see the match Johnny Gargano with Tommaso Ciampa versus Grayson Waller with Austin Theory. The bell rings and we're underway. Waller with a knee to the face. He goes for the kick, but Gargano ducks and hits him with a kick. Shots by Gargano in the corner. Gargano to the ropes, but Waller hits him with a backbreaker. He lifts Gargano up, but Gargano with a hurricanrana and Waller down to the ring apron. He hangs Gargano up on the ropes. Gargano to the outside, and he slams Waller down on the outside. Back from commercial, Gargano with clotheslines. Gargano on the ring apron, and he dives into the ring, hitting Waller with a spear. He goes for the cover, but Waller kicks out. He goes for a suplex onto Waller, but Waller reverses it and hits him with a belly-to-back suplex. He goes for the cover, but Gargano kicks out. A jumping knee to the face by Waller. He lifts Gargano up, but Gargano with a modified Canadian destroyer. Waller rolls to the outside of the ring. Theory checks on Waller, and Gargano goes for a suicide dive. Waller moves, and Gargano lands on Theory, and Waller throws Gargano into the ring post. He throws Gargano into the ring and hits him with a flipping Unprettier. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. Winner, Grayson Waller. Garbage. Theory sits on the outside in pain, and Waller celebrates in the ring. Who cares? We cut backstage to see Cody Rhodes. In comes Aldis with numerous security guards. He tells Cody that AJ called him and said he will be here in any moment, and this is just a precaution. You see a pissed off Cody Rhodes, and in comes AJ Styles with OC security and separates them, and Cody walks away towards the ring. He walks down to the ring without his music, and he asks for a microphone. He tells AJ to get his ass in the ring. He says that they don't need security and to do it now. AJ's music hits, and out he comes with the OC security runs down with Nick Aldis, and they stand between the ring and the ramp. AJ tells Cody that he wants is irrelevant to him. He says Cody wants to fight him so bad. He tells Cody to give him what he wants, and the fans chant AJ sucks. He says he wants the WWE Championship at Clash of the Castle. Cody tells AJ he got it, but it's just not a regular match. He just won't beat him. You make him say what he should have said last week, and that is, "I quit." Wow, an "I quit" match. Please, I hope to play. No, I really hope to pray to God that today. But let me finish up right quick. Nick Aldis asks Cody if he wants an "I quit" match. Aldis looks at AJ and gives him a thumbs up, and AJ is angry. Cody fights off with some security guards, but the rest stop him from getting to AJ. They hold Cody, and AJ hits Cody with the right hand and backs away. Get this from WrestlingReview.com. You might have a good point. Wait, hold on. Get this from WrestlingReview.com. A very good segment between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. I like this part of Cody, the one that wants to fight and is angry. Then an "I quit" match at Clash of Classics could be a very fun match. I know. I really hope and pray to God they do not have Cody Rhodes drop that title to AJ Styles. Hope and pray to God they don't have him drop that title to have Cody drop the title to AJ in Scotland. Now we go to a little commercial break. Now we're back to the commercial. We cut backstage to see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill leaving Nick's office. Braxton asks them, "How was it with all this?" And they tell them that they had a very long conversation with him. Jade says they agreed that they will have a triple threat tag team match at Clash of Castle 2024. It'll be them against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark against Fire and Dawn. LA Knight's music hits and out comes for his match. Carmella Hayes versus LA Knight. Ding ding ding, the bell rings. We're underway. Hayes with the right hands, but LA Knight with a clothesline. He throws Hayes to the outside and Hayes to the outside of the ring. LA Knight to the outside and slams Hayes head first into the announce table. He back body drops Hayes onto the announce table. Then we'll go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Hayes got with a springboard right hand. He goes for a cover, but LA Knight kicks out. Hayes climbs up to the top rope, but LA Knight trips him up. LA Knight climbs to the second rope and goes for a suplex, but Hayes pushes him down. Hayes gets down and LA Knight with a clothesline. He stomps on Hayes in the corner. LA Knight with a running knee into the corner. He throws Hayes to the top ropes, but Hayes with a super kick. A face buster by Hayes. He goes for the cover, but LA Knight kicks out. Hayes with chops to LA Knight, but LA Knight with a chop. Body slam by LA Knight. He goes for a jumping elbow drop, but Hayes moves out. I'm sorry. Body slam by LA Knight. He goes for a jumping elbow drop, but Hayes moves out of the way. Hayes to the top ropes, but LA Knight with a power up slam followed by a jumping elbow. He goes for a BFT, but Hayes rolls him up using LA Knight's tights, but LA Knight reverses it and gets the pin. Winner LA Knight. He goes to Wade after the match and grabs his headset. He tells Logan Paul to play his games all he wants. If Logan does not want to come to SmackDown, he'll bring SmackDown to him. And we got this annoying, arrogant Barbie doll wannabe Tiffany Stratton coming out here. She's walking backstage and stops at Nia. She gives Nia the idea of them being a tag team. Wow, you gotta be kidding me. In comes Michin, and Nia tells her to take a book out of AJ's book and retire. Maya throws a drink and good. He throws a drink into Nia's face and they argue with WWE officials break it up. Yeah, you know what? I say Nia Jax deserved that. Nia, Yeah, Mia did the right thing. Nia Jax deserved it. Nia, there's an old saying: don't let your mouth get your huge ass. Don't let your mouth get you into something that your ass can't cash, bitch. Or how about this? Or how about don't let your mouth get your huge ass into something that your ass can't cash. Yeah, never let your mouth get your head. Yeah, never. You should never let your mouth get you into something that can't get you out of. Not Naya, never, never put your foot in your mouth. Yeah, they argued with WWE officials breaking it up. Then we have Raw Women's Champion Bayley in the ring. She says next week at Clash of the Castle, she steps into unfamiliar territory and she faces Piper Niven for the very first time. I got a feeling somehow they're gonna have her drop that title. I hope to pray God did not have Bayley drop the title in Piper Niven. Now I know there's gonna be. Well, I'm not that little big of a Bayley fan. Uh, More like a Bayley fan after with heel stuff she did. But I feel like, well, Piper Niven is a um Piper Niven is a native of Scotland. I feel like, and Bayley probably might get booed and stuff because might be a cheer. She ain't Piper Niven be a cheer heel in Scotland because she's a native of Scotland. Just like when at WWE in your house Canadian Stampede in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, when the American team Stone Cold was booed and Stone Cold, Goldust, Road Warriors, Ken Shamrock were booed there, and they had to cheer for Canada Canadian team, Canadian Stampede of Bret Hart, Owen, Brian Pillman, and Jim Neville. I think she's gonna be. I think Piper Niven's gonna be a cheer heel there. I feel like they're gonna have Bayley drop the SmackDown title and give it to Piper Niven, and they're gonna have they're gonna be a cheer heel. But who knows if she might get booed in her home country of Scotland, Piper Niven. Yeah, Piper Niven for the very first time. Out comes Piper Niven with Chelsea Green onto the ramp. Green says she talks a big game for being a big old loser. Chelsea calls the fans losers. She says Bayley was a loser in Saudi Arabia, a loser last week, and she has a loser tag team partner in Naomi. And she is ongoing to be a loser again. And Piper Niven finishes her to become the new women's champion, new SmackDown Women's Champion. Bayley begins to laugh and says she beat her in Saudi. She can relate to her being a mouthpiece, but Piper does not need Chelsea. And unlike Chelsea, she respects Piper. And at the Mae Young Classic, she sat front row and saw her for the first time and respected her. She knows that for Piper, it means more than just for her title, just a title for her. She, I, she, and I, I will, spell said it, wrestle in front of her family and friends. And she has been there before, and she has lost. She says Piper could have asked for a title match. Instead, she jumped her. And next week in Piper's country, she's gonna have she's going to have fun beating her. Piper takes the microphone from Chelsea, and she says she is saving beating her up for next week. She says she is glad that Bayley has respect for her. Well, I don't have respect for you Chelsea Green, because you're overrated and you're annoying. You're a joke. And she would take it more heart to heart if Bayley knew her about more. She says the Mae Young Classic was in 2017. She has been clawing her way out of the trenches, putting Scottish wrestling on the map since 2008. While Bailey walked into a ready-made scene at the Performance Center, she was busy being a trailblazer. She was busy making a name for herself, winning titles in the UK and Japan. She was a world champion before she stepped into the door, and if Bailey has any idea how dangerous she really is, Bailey would not dare to stand so close to her, and she can respect her all she likes, but it won't stop her from drilling Bailey's head into the mat. But she hopes her respect makes it a little less painful when she looks at the lights and sees her as a new Raw SmackDown Women's Champion. Given's music hits and we see a nervous Bailey lifting her title up in Piper's face. Piper the huge bitch. Like Nia Jax is a huge bitch. You see a video of Logan Paul saying there is never a WWE megastar who has never won a title and is looking for him. He says he needed an actual challenge, unlike beating LA Knight, because tomorrow he is competing in a World Tetris Championship. He tells LA Knight that he is Logan Paul and he competes with the best in the world. LA Knight is a hillbilly looking ass Aladdin. Wow. There are levels to this and to go back to the mid card where he belongs. Great promo by Piper Niven and it added a lot to her character and lets us know who she really is. Don't care. Chelsea and Piper are backstage and they see Nick Aldis talking to Naomi. She tells Chelsea to keep her name out of her mouth. Chelsea tells Naomi ill and they argue. Nick breaks it up and they says it's been a day and he does not have time for this. He said ask them if they would face each other one-on-one next on Smackdown next week. Naomi says perfect and Chelsea laughs. Okay, now it's time to now it's the main event now, which is shitty. Kevin Owens and the Street Profits versus the Bloodline. The bell rings as we're underway. Dawkins and Tonga start the match, and Dawkins with a spinning corkscrew elbow, a kick to the side of the head, and Ford is tagged in. They double team Tonga. Ford with right hands with Tonga with right hands, and Leo is tagged in. They double team Ford, Leo with a body slam, and Tonga is tagged back in. Tonga with the right hand. Tonga rushes toward Ford with a clothesline. Ford drops Tonga onto the outside and he is falling. Solo tags himself in. Solo drives Ford to the outside and throws him into the ring post. Back from the commercial, Solo with a Samoan drop onto Ford. He goes for a cover. Ford kicks out. Tonga is tagged in and he slams Ford onto the mat. He goes for the cover, but Ford kicks out. Tonga goes for a backdrop before it lands on his feet and a kick to the side of the head and takes Tonga down. Owens and Solo are tagged in. Owens knocks Leo off the apron. Right hands onto Solo and stomps on him into the corner. A cannonball into the corner. Owens climbs up the top rope and lands a swanton. He goes for the cover, but Solo kicks out. Owens goes for a stunner. Solo pushes him and Solo with a super kick. Solo goes for Owens with a super kick, but Solo with a clothesline. Solo goes for a Samoan spike. Owen ducks and hits him with a stunner. He goes for the cover, but Leola drags Owens to the outside. Leola and Tonga beat up on Owens on the outside. Dawkins with the right hands, and they fall all fighting on the outside. Ford with running senton over the top rope onto all four men. Solo grabs a steel chair and hits Ford with it, and the referee calls for the bell. Wins by DQ, Owens and the Street Profits. Solo and Leo beat up on Dawkins in the ring. Solo with a Samoan spike. Solo with a spear onto Ford in the ring. They triple team Owens on the outside of the ring. They lift Owens up and slam him through the announce table. The Bloodline rings their fingers in the air, and SmackDown goes off the air. Garbage, man. That was complete garbage. And we get this from WrestleReview.com. Solid main event. The Bloodline looks good, and they're still to watch. Interesting. They're still interesting to watch. And he also says a good SmackDown. The women were featured properly with both title champions being on the show. Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles was such a fun to watch too. This was terrible, man. This was terrible. Lazy in Louisville. And is Clash in the Castle going to be a shitty show? I say yes it is. Yes it will. Indeed, yes it will. Trust me, it will. Chelsea Green sucks. Piper Niven sucks. AJ Styles sucks. And Nia Jax sucks. And the Bloodline sucks. That's all I can say about that. Now, let's get down to business. Now, before I close out with tonight's show, I got gonna do some for all of you. It's time for something I like to do. It's time for my time capsules for it's time for Justin's time capsule history of all the sports, of all the birthdays, all the wrestling history, and so on and so on. So many, I have to say. So let's get down to business. Now, all of you heard that. That was the theme to the Back to the Future. It's time. Back Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. And let's see. Time capsule. Let's go to yesterday's birthdays. June the 6th. Let's see. June the 6th. Okay, yesterday, June the 6th, 1994, we lost a wrestler named, a little Mexican wrestler named Cicilon Veloz, from CMEMLL, down June 6, 1994. Yesterday was a happy birthday to ODB, One Dirty Bitch, from TNA. She was 46 yesterday. 46. She turned 46 yesterday. Yesterday was a happy 50. See, a happy 59th birthday to Tony Norris, named his ring name Ahmed Johnson from WWE, and was then called the World Wrestling Federation. Drew McIntyre turned 39 yesterday. See what else? Some wrestling history from yesterday. Okay, June the 6th, 1994. Monday night Monday Night Raw. June see. Yeah, this was Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw in the this was Monday Night Raw from the Struthers Fieldhouse in Youngstown, Ohio. Host for Vince McMahon and Macho Man Randy Savage. We see Lumberjacks make their way to the ring for the qualifying match between Tatanka and Crush. It was Crush versus Tatanka. Mr. Fuji at ringside. IRS was distracting Tatanka. And the winner, I think, winner in this match was Tatanka. And this was like a long, boring match. And then we get a plug for next week's show called titled Countdown to the Crowning. It features the Headstrings versus Quebecers for tag team titles. And then we see Bam Bam Bigelow versus John Paul. And Bam Bam won the match. And they're making jokes about Bam Bam Bigelow about referring to the Flintstones released in that year. His name was Bam 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 Bam. And a hyping WrestleMania Revenge tour. Oh, WrestleMania. It was still King's Court is up next. We see this man doing a little. We see everybody. We all thought that Roddy Piper was gonna come out and come out as guest on Jerry Cutting's Lawyer Talk Show on King's Court, but all of a sudden it was Roddy Piper. Now it's time for the next one. Is Razor Ramon versus Keith Davis. Oh wow, that was Jeff Hardy. Wow, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy looked like some Jeff Hardy looked like he looked like Vanilla Ice a little bit. He does like Vanilla Ice, Jeff Hardy. It's true, he does like Vanilla Ice, and wow, Keith Davis is Jeff Hardy. Yeah, wow, Jeff Hardy. Wow, Scott Hall versus Jeff Hardy. Wow, unbelievable. Even before Jeff Hardy, he had to team with his brother Matt, the Team Extreme. Then we see a clean clip from Paul Bearer says he doesn't believe Ted DiBiase produced his Undertaker. Well, he did because he got the Brian Lee to be the fake Undertaker. And we see a plug, and that's plug the countdown, the crowning the king in the ring, countdown to the crowning, and that's it. Let's see, June the 7th, 2014. 2004. Sunday Night Heat. See, yeah, June the 6th, 2004, Sunday Night Heat. Maven defeated Steven Richards. Rosie and the Hurricane defeated Eric Mastrocola and Gene Frederick Clement. Rhino defeated Rory McGregor. Jobber. I wonder if he's the one of the one of the tag team scouts or something. And Batista defeated Val Venus. Let's see, see. Now, June 6, 2014, Friday Night Smackdown. Yeah, June 6, 2014. I know you remember this. All of you remember this episode. Took place at the U.S. Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, in the wake of Payback, Seth Rollins addressed his stunning raw betrayal on the Hounds of Justice on SmackDown. Hounds of Justice on SmackDown, only to raise the ire of both Dolph Ziggler and The Big Show. Bray Wyatt declared himself reborn in the triple threat in the Intercontinental title match, lift up Friday night. After turning his back on his brothers Monday with the help of a brutal chair assault, Seth Rollins kicked off SmackDown with CEO Triple H by his side, offering no explanation for his shocking treachery on Raw. Instead, choosing his motives close to his black vest. Dolph Ziggler, who predicted catch a beating for what he's about to say, hit the stage to tell the architect he has sold out. In response to Game, noting that the show-off must be Nostradamus, announced an impromptu showdown between the former world heavyweight champion and the Shield turncoat. I'll be right back. 1 second. Came back a little bathroom break. As I was saying, let's see, it's Smackdown, June 6, 2014. See, as the CEO, WWE CEO Triple H proudly watched from ringside Seth Rollins, Ball, Ziggler, and SmackDown's explosive opening battle. Although the show-off pushed his Friday night opponent in the brink of defeat, causing some noticeable interest to the King of Kings. In the end of the black-clad superstar finished off with his bleach blonde adversary with an offering of peace of mind. Ryback and Curtis Axel sought the same strength to claim as the top challengers to the WWE Tag Team titles with a non-title match against the reigning title holders on SmackDown. However, the Usos looking to rebound from a tough loss to Luke Harper and Eric Rowan on Raw had other plans to determine foes. In the end, after some mounting momentum, the Samoan Warriors capitalized on falling Axel when Jimmy Uso defeated a high-flying top rope splash to the former Intercontinental Champion for the victory. Rusev, who proudly donned his new Golden Star medal from Mother Russia that was awarded him Monday night, continued to destroy the competition in another dominating show on SmackDown. The Russian hero of the Russian Federation made quick work of Xavier Woods, who, despite his efforts to win for the U.S., was forced to tap to the Bulgarian Brute's accolade submission. As Rusev stood tall in triumph, the colors of the Russian flag hung high above. Following Cesaro's ambush on Bad News Barrett and Rob Van Dam on RVD on WWE Main Event, cutting short their Intercontinental Championship match, all three rival superstars squared off in a SmackDown thrilling triple threat match for the illustrious title. Although RVD and the King of Swing did their best to capture their coveted prize, with Paul Heyman joining SmackDown Announced team, the Intercontinental Champion once again showed that no one delivered bad news quite like the British Brawler. Following the 5-star frog splash from Monday night to the Swiss superstar, the title holder caught an interesting RVD, an unexpected RVD with the bad news bullhammer elbow for the win. Leading up to the best show on Friday night, many wondered what effect Bray Wyatt's WWE payback at the hands of John Cena in a treacherous last man standing match would have the leader of the Wyatt family. After his scripted address Friday night, it is clear that the eater of the words is not done delivering his mysterious message. In his creepy SmackDown soliloquy, the new face of fear declared he is unborn. The question remains: what does the rebirth of this was preacher mean for the WWE universe? Hold on a second. For the WWE universe, Natty, unfazed by Alicia Fox's bizarre behavior. Man, she's really that girl. Just one crazy black girl right now. Pinned the unstable Divas with a crafty counter in their hard-hitting Friday night contest. As you can imagine, the emotionally erratic Fox did not take the loss very well, stalking a star Lillian Garcia in another strange post-match meltdown. Just prior to their SmackDown showdown, Santino Marella appeared to be a believer and joined the inspiration Bodal's pre-match message to the WWE Universe. However, the Milan Miracle seemed to touch a nerve for the SmackDown NXT champion when he performed his own version of the young superstar's ringside celebration. The wide-eyed superstar instantly employed relentless aggression and he pummeled the former U.S. champion. And on his way to another victory, victory via his signature running bulldog. The positive superstar then embarked on another victory lap around the ring before delivering to Elmer his motivational post-match motto to believe. Earlier in the night, Big Show condemned Seth Rollins' his actions Monday, calling the former Hound of Justice a slamming piece of trash. As a result, Triple H put the world's largest athlete in a huge main event against the Smackdown's match against long-standing adversary Randy Orton. In the match's final moments, it seemed as long as though driven the Giant had the Viper on the verge of a defeat, even when the gang decided to get involved, while the Big Show would get his hands on both of them. A vicious knee from the Architect took out the former WWE champion. As a result, the massive superstar felt the black-clad superstar's peace of mind onto a steel chair. Yep, that was from Smackdown. That was yesterday. That was from June. That's from the June 6, 2014 episode of Smackdown. Now we got some. Let's go some pop culture from some movies released on June 6, 2014. Edge of Tomorrow, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. The Fault in Our Stars, starring Ansel Elgort and Shailene Woodley. From the Divergent movies. And what are the movies? Let's see. See, June 6th. Another movie called Ping Pong Summers released. Starring Leah Thompson and John Hannah from Leah Thompson and from the Back to the Future movies, and John Hannah from the Mummy movies and Four Weddings and a Funeral movie, and the movie Four Weddings and a Funeral. Funny lady Amy Sedaris and Susan Sarandon. Let's see. And another piece of pop culture from 1974, a movie called Herbie Rides Again, sequel to 1968's The Love Bug, released in theaters on June 6, 1974, starring the late Ken Berry, Keenan Wynn, and the still alive Stephanie Powers. Let's see, what else? See some sports. Any sports? See, 1984. Okay, June 6, 1984. In the NBA Finals, Game 3, the Lakers in the forum at the Inglewood, California, on NBA on CBS. of the Game 6 of the Game 3 of the 1984 NBA Finals. The LA Lakers defeated the Boston Celtics 125 and 129, and it was in overtime. And in Game 1994. In sports. See, trying to see what else. Okay, June 6, 2004, Game 1 of the 2004 NBA Finals begun in Game 4. On the NBA on ABC, the Detroit Pistons defeated the Lakers 87-75. Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. Okay, let's see. Let's go to June the 7th now. Okay, yeah, June 7th. Okay, today's the 1 year anniversary of the death of Iron Sheik. We lost him 1 year ago today. He died of natural causes. The Iron Sheik, WWE Hall of Famer, one of the best wrestlers of all time, a good wrestling legend. Now, birthdays today. Today would have been a happy 80. Billy Graham, the superstar Billy Graham. He would have been. Superstar Billy Graham, he would have been 81 today. And Mick Foley is also WWE Hall for Mick Foley, known as Mankind, Do Love, Cactus Jack. He's 59 today. Have a nice day and happy birthday, Mick. And Sarah Lee, the wrestler, we lost in 2022 of suicide. Hope, Michigan. She was born in Hope, she died in San Antonio, Texas of suicide. She would have been 32 today. Very sad. And on this day, 1984, June 7th, Kurt Hennig in San Francisco show promoted by the AWA All-American All Wrestling Association. Kurt Hennig defeated Jerry Monty. King Kong Brody defeated Steve-O. Stan Lane and Steve Keirn defeated Larry Zbyszko and Steve Regal. Abdullah the Butcher and Blackjack Mullen fought in a draw, no countout. King Kong Buddy and Nick Bockwinkel defeated Baron Von Raschke and the Crusher. And on ECW Hardcore TV, Kevin Sullivan defeated Keith Schreier. Crash the Terminator defeated AJ Powers. Sal Balone defeated Billy Firehawk. The Tasmanian defeated Sandman. Mikey Whipwreck defeated Mr. Hughes. In a ECW TV title match. And on this day in 2004, on Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Raw on this day in 2004, June the 7th, just days before Bad Blood, promoted by Raw. Hold on a second. This is in Albany, New York, before Bad Blood 2004. Jerry King Lawler, JR and Jerry King Lawler, the commentators. We go to the in-ring segment. Stacy Keibler and Gail Kim. Stacy Keibler was out in the ring. All the ladies out there saying that all the ladies out there to have their entry in the Diva Search by midnight tomorrow. And then Gail Kim comes out to interrupt and says Stacy may be a diva, but she is a future women's champion. Then we go to a Divas match. Gail Kim versus Lita. Lita hit a DDT out of nowhere to pin Gail Kim as the number one contender for the victory. Then we see a little backstage segment. Eric Bischoff and Johnny Nitro and the coach. Eric Bischoff books the coach in a match with Eugene Dinsmore against Eugene at Bad Blood 2004 this Sunday. Johnny Nitro thinks it's very funny. Eric Bischoff takes no offense and puts Johnny Nitro in a match with Eugene tonight. Eric Bischoff adds that if he doesn't beat Eugene, that he'll be fired. Batista with Ric Flair versus Shelton Benjamin. Randy Orton makes his way down to the ring late in the match and briefly distracted Shelton Benjamin. Batista capitalized and attacked Shelton Benjamin from behind and nailed a demon bomb for the win. After the match, all three members of Evolution double teamed Shelton Benjamin. Randy Orton finished off Shelton Benjamin with a vicious belt shot to the face. Then we see a little backstage segment: Chris Benoit and Edge and the coach. Edge says he went to the office of the Raw general manager, Eric Bischoff, to ask for a tag title match, but he was unavailable. Chris Benoit and Edge exchanged words about Edge accidentally spearing one last week. The coach comes in and says that Edge has the night off, and Chris Benoit will face Laura Resistance in a handicap match. Then we see a little backstage segment: Eric Bischoff and Trish Stratus and Tyson Tonko and Kane. Eric Bischoff books a match between Tyson Tonko and Chris Jericho in Bad Blood this Sunday, 2004. Trish says that Lita beat Gail Kim tonight, and since she beat Lita a few weeks ago, she could get a title shot. King barges in and demands to talk to Eric Bischoff alone. Chris Jericho versus A-Train is next. A-Train taps the walls of Jericho, but Jericho's injured ribs were worn a bit more. In the ring, Triple H says he's going to the skybox to watch the beginning and the end of Shawn Michaels. Blah, blah, blah. And he says he and Shawn Michaels will go straight to hell at Bad Blood. Ric Flair and Batista join Triple H in the skybox looking down over the ring. Then we see this net match, La Resistance versus Chris Benoit. It was a handicap she made. La Resistance came out in Sylvan Garden and started to sing the Canadian national anthem. Chris Benoit interrupted, which just isn't right since he's Canadian. He's built from Atlanta, Georgia. Ouch! Wow. Chris Benoit. I mean, it's crazy. Chris Benoit. It's crazy for Chris Benoit to interrupt the Canadian national anthem when he's a fellow Canadian. And he was built from Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, Chris Benoit's not even American. He's Canadian. I mean, that's just weird. It's crazy, right? As Law Resistance was opposing Benoit, Edge ran down and attacked both members of Law Resistance. Ed Bischoff came down and granted Edge and Benoit a rematch against Law Resistance at Blood 2004. This means Benoit pulled double duty. Ed Bischoff lowers another handicap match with Chris Benoit and Edge with Law Resistance King, 3-on-2 handicap match. Chris Benoit locked Chris with crossface on Kane, but he muscled out of it with it and hit him out of it, and he muscled out of it and hit and he muscled out of it and hit a choke slam for the pin. Eugene versus Johnny Nitro. Coach joined Jim Ross and Jerry Law at the announced position for the match. Johnny Nitro comes out with old Nitro as his theme music, which I still think is genius. Because his name is Johnny Nitro because of the WCW gig. You know, Eric Bischoff did create Money Nitro for TNT. Eugene did the old junkyard dog on all four headbutts with the thunderous cheers. Eugene pinned Johnny Nitro after hitting a double axe handle on the top rope. After the match, the coach antagonized Eugene, who then nailed Coach with double axe handle on the announce table. Then we see a little backstage segment between Lee and Kane. Lee tells Matt Hardy on the phone that she'll get a women's title match at Bad Blood. Lee says goodbye as Kane sneaks up behind her. Kane said he asked Bischoff to give her a match at Bad Blood, that they would be both champions. Leah says Leah says that she thought he said it was over. But Kane looks her in the eye and says, I lied. Then we go to the non-Intercontinental title match. Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels. Evolution, Triple H, Ric Flair, and Batista won the match from their luxurious skybox. Late in the match, Triple H sends Batista down towards the ring to stack the deck in Randy Orton's favor. It didn't take long for Batista to interfere and ram Shawn Michaels' head into the ring post, busting him open. Shawn Michaels was setting up for the super kick, but Batista jumped in the ring and caused the disqualification. The referee got knocked out and Shawn Michaels super kicked Randy Orton down and then whacked him in the chair. Shawn Michaels then repeatedly whacked Batista over the back with a chair as well. Shawn Michaels punched out a security guard and makes his way to the skybox where Ric Flair cut him off. Shawn Michaels knocked Ric Flair Shawn Michaels knocked Ric Flair out on the stops and climbed to the skybox and brawled with Triple H. Let's see, and that's it. And see, wait, I think I did some sports. Seeing sports. Okay, no sports. Let's see. That's it. I got some other pop culture history and history, a little pop culture for tomorrow. Movies, June the 7th, 1984. Movie called Gremlins starring Phoebe Cates and Zach Galifian was released in theaters on which is tomorrow. And Ghostbusters starring Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Rick Moranis, Harold Ramis, late Harold Ramis. Ann Potts is released in theaters, and Ernie Hudson was released in theaters. This is for tomorrow, June the 6th, June the 7th, June the 8th. I mean June the 8th, 1980, June the 8th tomorrow. Two highest grossing movie, Gremlins and Ghostbusters, will be released in theaters, which is were released in theaters June the 8th for tomorrow, 1984. That's it for for all of you, all you wrestling fans. And tonight I got something to close out for all of you tonight. For all of you that to know it, we today is the final. It's Pat Sager's final time, last time as the host of Jeopardy. I'm gonna close out a little something for all of you. I'm gonna close out something for all of you with the theme from Wheel of Fortune. Theme of Wheel of Fortune in honor of the final in honor of Patrick's final horse as the Wheel of Fortune for all these years since 1970, since ever since ever since the throughout the seven, I think probably being fair with me, he's been on there for like so many years, for 40 years since 1982. Thank you, Pat Sajak, for all these years you've been we've been watching you for all the 40 years from my childhood since 1982. Since I mean wait 84 8 was it 82? I think it was 80. I think it was I think he hosted the show since 1981 since 1981. Since 1981, he's been since over the last 44 years. 44 years, he's done it all. And we thank you, Mr. Sajak, for what you've done for entertaining, coming and in our sitting down, sitting down in our chair, sitting down at home, watching you. Look at all these great, wonderful, amazing prizes. Man, um, um, let's see, Wheel of Fortune. Look at all these great, wonderful, amazing prizes. Just look at the studio filled with beautiful and imaginative gifts, which you can purchase today on Wheel of Fortune. Thank you, Mr. Sajak, for all these years and for entertaining all of us have a good retirement, be with your family and all stuff, and hopefully we all miss you on TV and have a good time being with your family, and your friends. We'll miss you, and we'll all miss you. So I'm gonna close out this show this theme from Wheel of Fortune for Pat Sajak for all of you tonight. This theme from Wheel of Fortune. It's from 1992. Hold on a second. Here we go. Hold on a second. This is for you, Mr. Sajak. Thank you. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I know that the daytime Emmy Awards must do a real good tribute to Pat Sajak on the daytime Emmy Awards. So hold on a second. This is for you, Mr. Sajak. The theme from Wheel of Fortune, 1992 to 94. This is for you. I wonder if the daytime Emmy Awards did pay Pat Sajak tribute to Pat Sajak tribute to him tonight. The Emmy, the daytime Emmy. He's retiring. I wonder. I wonder if they did a Pat Sajak. That's why I wonder if they did a Pat Sajak tribute to him tonight at the daytime Emmy. Man, 44 years, man. Sajak was a bomb. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's for you, Mr. Sajak. So thank you. Thank you very much for all these years coming down, for all these years, and have a good retirement. And let's see, and no one could ever do host Wheel of Fortune no better than you, Mr. Sajak. I mean, but you were the best host. We all know that Ryan Seacrest is replacing you, but thank you, Mr. Sajak, for what you did with me along with your friend Banner White. Thank you for 44 years, Mr. Sajak. Watching you in my while sitting down and watching my sitting down on a couch watching you in syndication with the Wheel of Fortune. Making us have win that big money. So long. Oh, and thank you for all of you that for watching my video for my little review. My topic tonight for Smackdown: Lazy in Louisville is Clash in Castle 2024. Going to be a terrible event. Hope all of you have a good night, and thank you, Mr. Sajak, for all the memories.